Imagine surviving an abusive marriage, rebuilding your life from nothing, becoming one of the most successful performers in music history, inspiring millions of people around the world, and then discovering that none of those victories can protect you from the one pain every parent fears most. Because in December of 2022, Tina Turner faced a tragedy that no amount of fame, money, or success could ever soften. She lost her son, and behind the headlines was a story far more heartbreaking than most people realized. This is the untold story of Tina Turner, Ronnie Turner, and the loss that forever changed a mother's heart. For decades, the world knew Tina Turner as a survivor. She was more than a singer. She was proof that a person could lose everything and still come back stronger. Born Anna Mae Bullock, Tina's journey was never easy. Her childhood was marked by instability. Her rise to fame came with extraordinary challenges, and her marriage to Ike Turner became one of the most public examples of domestic abuse in entertainment history. When Tina finally escaped that relationship in the 1970s, she had almost nothing. No fortune, no powerful support system, no guarantee that her career would survive. Many believed her story was over. Instead, it was just beginning. Against all odds, she rebuilt her life. She filled stadiums, sold millions of records, won Grammy Awards, and became one of the most recognizable entertainers on the planet. To the public, she appeared unstoppable. But there was one role she valued even more than being a superstar: being a mother. Long before the sold-out arenas and worldwide tours, Tina was raising children. Like countless parents, she spent years trying to balance work, responsibility, and family. The world saw the icon. Her children saw their mother. And among them was Ronnie Turner. Born in 1960, Ronnie grew up in the shadow of extraordinary fame. Many people assume that being the child of a celebrity means living a perfect life. But fame often creates challenges that outsiders never see. Growing up with famous parents can bring pressure, expectations, and constant public attention. For Ronnie, life was complicated. He occasionally stepped into the entertainment world. He appeared alongside his family. He explored music and acting. But unlike his mother, he largely stayed away from the spotlight. He preferred a quieter existence, and over the years he developed a reputation among those who knew him as a warm and kind person. While Tina became a global symbol of resilience, Ronnie remained one of the most important people in her private life, because beyond every headline and every performance was a simple truth: he was her son. As Tina grew older, life brought new challenges. The woman who had spent decades electrifying audiences began facing serious health problems. Problems that would test her strength in ways the public rarely saw. In 2013, Tina suffered a stroke. It was a frightening moment. Recovery was difficult, but even that was only the beginning. Years later, she faced kidney failure. Her condition became so severe that a transplant was ultimately necessary. The situation was life-threatening. At one point, she openly acknowledged just how serious her condition had become. The same woman who had survived abuse, poverty, rejection, and professional setbacks was now fighting her own body. For many people, these challenges would have been overwhelming. Yet Tina continued forward. She adapted. She persevered. She found reasons to keep going. And throughout those years, family remained one of the most important parts of her life, especially her children, especially Ronnie. No matter how old children become, parents often continue seeing them through the lens of love and protection. A child may be 50 years old, but to a mother, that child can still feel like the little boy she once held in her arms. And that is what makes the next chapter so devastating. In December 2022, tragedy struck. Ronnie Turner died at the age of 59. The news spread quickly across media outlets around the world. For many people, it was another celebrity headline, another sad story scrolling across a screen. But for Tina Turner, it was something entirely different. It was the loss of her son, the loss of a person she had loved for nearly 6 decades, the loss of memories, conversations, family moments, shared experiences, a future that would never happen. No matter how expected or unexpected a loss may be, there is something uniquely painful about losing a child. Many psychologists have noted that the death of a child can be among the most devastating experiences a parent can endure. It challenges the natural order that parents unconsciously imagine. Parents expect to leave before their children, not the other way around. And when reality breaks that expectation, the emotional impact can be overwhelming. Tina Turner understood that reality firsthand. Shortly after Ronnie's death, Tina shared a message that resonated around the world. The words were simple, but they carried enormous emotional weight. She described it as her saddest moment as a mother, not as a performer, not as a celebrity, not as an icon, as a mother. That distinction matters, because fame disappears in moments like these. Awards disappear. Money disappears. Status disappears. The only thing left is love and grief. Millions of people who had never met Tina Turner suddenly connected with her pain, not because they understood life as a superstar, but because they understood loss. Many had lost parents, others had lost children, some had lost siblings, friends, partners. The details were different, but the feeling was familiar. That empty space left behind when someone you love is suddenly gone. One of the most heartbreaking aspects of this story is the timing. Tina was already dealing with significant health challenges. Her body had endured years of medical struggles. Many people in her position might have hoped for peace, for stability, for time with loved ones. Instead, she found herself facing unimaginable grief. Imagine fighting for your own health, learning how to recover, trying to appreciate every day, and then receiving the news that your child is gone. There is no preparation for that moment. No amount of success can shield a person from it. No achievement can erase it. No fame can fix it. This is why Tina Turner's story remains so powerful. Because beneath all the records and accolades was a deeply human experience. The experience of loving someone unconditionally and then losing them. Throughout her career, Tina Turner became known for strength. People admired her determination, her courage, her ability to keep moving forward despite adversity. But true strength is often misunderstood. Many people think strength means never feeling pain, never crying, never breaking. The reality is very different. Strength is continuing despite pain, continuing despite heartbreak, continuing despite grief. And in her final years, Tina demonstrated that kind of strength once again. Not on a stage, not under bright lights, but quietly. As a mother carrying an enormous loss, there is a reason this story touches so many people. It reminds us of something we often forget. The people we admire are still human. The celebrities we watch, the musicians we celebrate, the actors we applaud, they experience the same emotions we do: love, fear, hope, regret, heartbreak, loss. For all her fame, Tina Turner could not escape the realities of life. And perhaps that makes her story even more inspiring, because she faced those realities with honesty, with vulnerability, and with courage. When people remember Tina Turner, they often think of her incredible performances, the energy, the voice, the unforgettable stage presence, and rightly so. She earned her place among music's greatest legends, but perhaps one of the most important parts of her legacy has nothing to do with music. Perhaps it is her humanity, her ability to endure, to survive, to love deeply despite pain, and to continue moving forward when life seemed impossible. In August 2023, less than a year after losing Ronnie, Tina Turner herself passed away. For many fans, it felt like the end of an era. A woman who had overcome so much had finally found peace. Yet her story continues to resonate because it reflects something universal. Behind every famous face is a human being. Behind every legend is a family. Behind every success story are private battles the world may never fully understand. And sometimes the greatest battle isn't fought on a stage. It's fought quietly in the heart. The world remembers Tina Turner as a music icon, a survivor, a legend. But somewhere beyond the awards, the records, and the standing ovations was another identity she cherished even more: mother. And when Ronnie Turner died, the world saw that side of her more clearly than ever before. A grieving mother, a loving mother, a heartbroken mother, because no matter how famous you become, no matter how much success you achieve, no matter how many millions know your name, to a mother, her child will always be her baby. And perhaps that is the most powerful part of Tina Turner's story. Not the fame, not the fortune, not even the music, but the love. A love so strong that even loss could never erase it.